Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel SFMC Stories. Today we are in episode 5 of Powering Marketing Cloud Engagement with Agentforce. If you have not watched my previous videos related to this topic, please do go and watch, as this is a continuous series or a multi-part series where you will understand step-by-step configuration related to how you are going to connect Marketing Cloud Engagement with Agentforce, even though you are not having Agentforce Marketing or Marketing Cloud next. And this same topic you can also leverage to make use of connecting Marketing Cloud engagement with any other AI tools as well, um, intervening Salesforce CRM in between. Okay, if you are watching my video for the very first time, I am Aishwarya, working as solution architect in NTT Data. I am a Salesforce marketing champion, and I also lead a marketer group Bengaluru as a CGL. I also speak in more of the communities. So I am an active community speaker and an SFMC enthusiast. I hold 8 certificates related to Salesforce. I am a 2 times dreaming speaker, and I also write blogs on my own website by name SFMC Stories. And here are my social handles if you want to follow me. And I also have the Trailhead profile if you want to check that out. Usually, I start with a quote, and today's quote is from Sundar Pichai, which says, AI is more profound than fire or electricity. I felt this statement is very true, and it's like profound, uh, very like more than a fire or electricity. Everywhere you can see AI. And thank you for those of you who tuned into this video today. Hope you will get some better idea on how you can connect Marketing Cloud with Agentforce. And I'm just covering one topic related to that today. So today's agenda is like we'll start with introduction to SFMC stories, and we'll discuss what are all the sessions we have covered so far and what is pending. And then we'll get into flows. This is our area of interest for today's discussion. We'll understand at least some minimum idea about flows and then how it is used in Agentforce. Starting with the introduction, SFMC Story is founded in 2023, and it provides details on Marketing Cloud engagement from basics with features, implementation, some use cases, and also best practices. I'll be also giving you some idea about the certification study guide and Marketing Cloud in account engagement, growth edition, advanced edition topics are also covered. And now I am currently running a transition plan or an adoption plan. If you are currently having Marketing Cloud engagement and if you want to switch to Marketing Cloud next with engagement license, what are the things that you are going to have as a blog series? So if you want to check it out, please do check this website, the URL provided over here. Okay, sessions covered so far. So we started with the initial setup where we can connect Marketing Cloud engagement with Salesforce, and then we understood how to write an Apex code to create email without Agentforce, and then we understood what is prompt builder, how to use it, and then we understood Apex Invocable Method, how it is leveraged in Agentforce, and then we are coming to flow setup. So in today's discussion, we are going to discuss more about flows and how to set it up for this particular use case. And our use case is to create an email in Marketing Cloud via Agentforce. And we are left with two more topics. One is Agentforce configuration and the other one is Agentforce deployment. Okay, so let's understand what is flows from, again, first let's understand what is flows from a Salesforce perspective, and then we'll get into uh, like a comparison between marketing tools and flows or marketing automation tools and flows. Okay, so first is we need to understand what is a flow. So as the definition here says, it's a declarative automation tool in Salesforce for creating, updating, deleting, and querying record. I believe all of you know what is a record. So any single line item in a table is nothing but a record from a Salesforce or a marketing cloud perspective, right? If you want to make any changes to that, you can go with flow. And Agentforce is also a very powerful tool, right? But its true strength comes from how you use flows. Flows are only low code way for agents to actually change Salesforce data, whether that's creating, updating, or deleting records. Without flows, agents can only read data. With flows, they can act. Flows gives us two big advantage. First is low code data changes. Instead of writing Apex or making API calls, admins can build automation visually. Second, accuracy. By designing flows to retrieve only the data we want, we prevent agents from misusing irrelevant information and ensuring they respond with precision. And best practices when building flows for agents, always use the auto-launched flow, no trigger type. That's the only one supported. And be descriptive with variables. Names like account ID are far more useful than vague ones like foo. Again, it's just a vague name that you have given, or maybe some random names, some testing IDs that you are giving. Avoid those variables and just give a proper descriptive name. And then include input and output variables. Even error messages should be passed back so agents can respond gracefully. Use record variables to bundle multiple fields together instead of creating separate variables for each. Okay. Then limit what data you expose. Don't overfeed the agent. Again, it's very, very important that you are going to mask your data and also you are going to feed what is necessary for the purpose. And configure get records to choose only the fields that matter. Assign minimal permission to the agent's dedicated user, never give more access than necessary. Finally, design flows to be modular, smaller, task-specific flows are easier to reuse and maintain. Okay, so this would be some basic related information um, related to flows. Right, we do have different types of flows: screen flows, auto launch flow, record triggered, scheduled, event trigger. But in our case, we'll be only using auto launch flow as we are working on Agentforce, and only this type of flow is supported in Agentforce. And why we are using flow, in our previous episode we have discussed about prompt builder and Apex Invocable Method. We are connecting both of them together with flows. And here is the trailhead module that you can refer to understand how you are going to use Agentforce with flows. And again, the basic understanding of flow is also very important. You can also take up some super badges related to flow and also the basic modules that is available in Trailhead. Okay, so now we need to understand the difference between flows versus marketing automation, or in general, like marketing automation tool that we are having in SFMC, Journey Builder, and Automation Studio. Flows don't just improve CRM automation, they also connect seamlessly with Marketing Cloud. You might have worked with some of the integration projects as well, where you are connecting Salesforce CRM with Marketing Cloud, and there is some record update on the Salesforce side, and you are running a journey builder, um, uh, maybe a flow, right? So that customer engagement, what is running on Marketing Cloud, will be triggered from a Salesforce record. Similarly, if there is some external changes happening, and if you want to make some changes within the CRM, that is where flow comes into picture. So in Journey Builder, like flow updated CRM data can trigger personalized journeys, right? Like for example, when a flow updates the customer's loyalty tier, Journey Builder can immediately start a tailored onboarding journey. Then in Automation Studio, flow prepared data can be segmented and scheduled for campaigns. Imagine nightly automation refreshing a data extension with records that a flow pushed from CRM. So these are all the known use cases that we have come across from the marketing perspective, right? So Flow is again a backend automation in Salesforce CRM, which will help us in creating, updating, deleting records. Again, we have this integration and error handling also within the UI itself. And this is a data processing engine. Again, as I mentioned, the use case, like this is how it helps, and the journey builder, I think all of you know how journey builder works and automation studio works, so no much details around that, at least for this session. So again, when you want to compare these two environments or these two features together, maybe Flow is nothing but like a journey builder or automation studio, what we have in marketing cloud engagement, uh, but it is in CRM. But not whatever you're doing in automation studio and journey builder can be done in Salesforce Flow. So Salesforce Flow is a dedicated one, automation within CRM. Okay, with that said, now we will deep dive into the flow setup for our use case related to triggering marketing cloud email creation via Agentforce. Okay, now we'll move into flows and we'll see how to create a flow. And we are using auto-launched flow here, but we can also use prompt flow. But we will use auto-launched flow for our purpose. This comes in under process automation in the CRM again. And here, this is nothing but journey builder kind of. And you just need to go to new flow. Here we are going to add the prompt template, whatever we created. Along with that, we'll also add the invocable Apex class. And yeah, that's it. And once this is activated, later we can leverage this same flow within Agent Builder. So as I mentioned, I wanted this to be an auto launched flow. I'll go to this auto launched flow no trigger. This is how it will look like. And this plus button is where you can add your multiple other activities, but here it is called as element. Uh, so both of them for us is action. So we don't have a subflow or any of the other logic, but for your business requirement, if there is a multiple different logic, you can add that too. But for our purpose, we'll just add action. First action is our prompt template. We can just give the name whatever we have given to the prompt itself as it is. Um, so just I'm checking the prompt name, what I gave earlier. I believe I gave underscore underscore, but I'll see if I can give the same name over here. I'm just searching prompt. Create SFMC. See, this butterfly icon is nothing but prompt builder. This is the Apex class what we created. So we'll see whether we have a prompt for this, or I can also search with the name. Yes. So this is the prompt that we had. So we'll just select this, give a name label to it, and whatever label you provide here that will be displayed here. So we'll give it accordingly. Okay. I'm just removing the underscore and giving it like this. And the API name will be auto taken. See here, this name got populated. And here comes the description. So we have some values that we need to add. So for now, I'll just close this. We'll come back to this value section later. You will have this warning symbol, let it be. We'll resolve this in some time. Now we need to select that Apex class, right? used SFMC, so just easy to remember and also easy to search. See the Apex class that we used, and again here also you can just give the same name, create email asset or SFMC email asset, however you would like to give. Maybe a one liner. We'll come back to this description section again because we are not going to add anything over here. But the input values you can check. You need to provide email name, HTML subject line, and folder ID. Folder ID is optional, but again, you can provide that as well. And the output resources are like SFMC response and status. Now we'll see how to add these variables. Okay, I'll again close this one. This will be there here, not to worry. Here is the resource toolbox. So you can, this is a toolbox. So here you can pick what type of resource you want to create. Maybe it's a variable, constant or anything, whichever you want to create here, you can create from here. For me, most of the things are variable. So these are the options that you have. So for me, all those things, whatever I need to create is variable. So I'll just open this section, and the API name, I'll keep on giving some names to my variables. First, I'll go in an alphabetical order, but again, you can go in any orders. There is no such particular order that you need to follow. So the Apex result, again, it stores my result, but just to save time, or maybe just to give a description, you can give it as it is, or you can also uh, keep it like this, save result. Okay. Then data type, this is actually a text data type. So I'll just choose this as text. I don't want multiple values to be collected for this. And I don't have any default value as well. And as this is a result, this should go as output, not as input. That's it. Click on done. So my first variable got created. Now let's go and create our second variable. There are again multiple variable as we saw in the action. Those are the variables that we need to create one by one. Next comes the email description. So I'll just go and create email description. Email description again, however you want, you can name it, but it's better if you name it this way. And this looks like a standard approach as well, used by developers, that is Salesforce developers. Okay, description. A brief description, brief description about the email. Then this, as this is a description, again, this should go as text. As this is a description, this is an input, not the output. And this will also not accept multiple values. It's again one single value itself. That's it. Click on done. We already completed 2 variable. We are again left with maybe 3 to 4 more. Okay. So again, I think we need to create one more variable, that is again, I think, email name of the email. Okay, again, this is a text. Most of the things what we have today is text only for this particular flow. This is also input. Done. Okay. Next is folder ID, and then HTML. Okay, so we'll see. We'll give again the naming convention, however you want, you can provide. But I'm just following whatever I have given in the Apex. Folder ID. I'll just copy paste same thing because there is no such unique description for this, right? Then folder ID, this comes as a integer, so we'll go with number here. Again, we have something known as decimal points. I don't have any such decimal point. Let it be 0. Okay. And then this is also an input. I'll just keep it as input. Then we need to create one more output variable. I think this is the only other output variable we are having. Okay, so this should go as a text because this is where we'll get success, failure, all these things. So this is again a text, and we will not use this as an input. We just wanted this as output. I'm just not giving any default values. Okay, if you're creating something where you have a definite output value or maybe a default value, you can mention the default value. So next one is also a variable. Maybe we are missing with one or two more. One is, I think, subject line. So we'll give the subject line one. This holds subject line of email. And then the data type, again, subject line means it's text, no default value. And this is again input. Done. And one last that is related to status. Okay, so that again HTML output. Sorry, I confused earlier with the HTML output. So that HTML output will not give you success, failure, exception. It will actually give you the output of prompt. Okay, the HTML will be stored in the HTML output. But this status message is where you are going to store your success, failure. Sorry, this variable I need to select and then status message. Okay. Maybe not flow, it's actually Apex. Okay. Then here again it is text and output, right? The status message is an output, not the input. You cannot give this as an input. I think we covered everything. Yes, we covered everything. So we'll just go and map these variables within the flow. If this is done correctly, then we are done with the flow setup. Okay, as we are getting into the action part, we'll also give one liner. Okay, what this prompt will do. It will generate HTML email based on user input, right? Yes. Then description. See, here is where you can add your variable. You can also create a variable directly from here. You can see the new resource, and if you just click from here, it will again redirect to the same section where you created your variables. That's also an easier approach. It's up to you, whichever method you follow. So this is description. So here we need to give email description. Preview only, prompt version ID. Again, if you want this preview and all, you can just enable that toggle button. But I don't think I need those information, so I'll just skip them. But again, if you want, you can mention that. And then manually assign variables. Yes, I would like to manually assign the variable, and that is where I will add my HTML output, because the prompt will generate HTML, and that prompt, that output is required for my Apex class. Okay, then we'll also see what is there here. Nothing, it is just the name of the action. Okay, so we are done with this first section. That's it here. We don't have any save button. We just need to close this. This is done. Next one. Here we have a lot of things to set up. So first of all, what we are going to do here in email asset, uh, this will create email in SFMC, right? In SFMC, this will create email in SFMC based on REST endpoint. Email name, again the email name whatever we have already given. Then the HTML resource, yes, the HTML output whatever we got. Then the subject line, the subject line. Then folder ID, again if you want you can include folder ID and use that folder ID variable. Okay. Output, store output, SFMC response and status. Status. SFMC response, I don't think so. I created a variable for SFMC response. So let me think if it is required. Okay, so I did not create that, but I have created an alternate name to it, right? Apex results. So that's what I'm going to add over here. Apex result. Then the status message. Yes, done. See the name of this particular action. And next we have something here like let the flow decide and whether it should continue. There are some options that we have, but we don't wanted any new flow to be created or any new session to be created. We wanted everything in a single session. So we'll use this always continue in current transaction. So let's quickly check whether we have added the right variables. Apex result, status message, then folder ID, subject line, HTML output, email name. Yes, everything looks good. So just a minute. Yeah. Now I can also close this and click on save and give a name to it. As I'm following some structure to my naming convention, I'll try to give a similar name for flow as well. Okay. Otherwise, you'll get lost because there are a lot of process involved. So definitely, it's better to follow a same naming convention. Description of this helps in creating email and targeting to SFMC. So almost we are done with the actual work. Okay. But when a user provides in where a user will provide input and where it will be activated, that information we are not yet ready. Right, you can also test this. You have a debug option here. You can also test this and see how it works. Again, it's an option. It's not again 100% necessary, but again, it's better to test it. But I am not going to test. I'll try if possible. I'll try to test. Otherwise, I'll just skip it. How to run the flow? Again, I'll not add any advanced things here. Let it be blank only. Okay, but just for your reference, these are the options that we are having. Auto-launched flow, source template. We don't have any source template here. API version, what we are using. Again, because of this API versions also, sometimes there will be failures. So make sure you're using the right API version. Okay. So here you have debug option and run option. First, I'll see the run option. Until it loads, we'll go back and see the debug option. Okay, debug is where you're going to give some description to it. So let me give
folder ID, again, I can leave it blank. Subject line, we'll see. I don't think so. It's mandatory. Subject line, again, it will not take the exact subject line what you provide. It will design your subject line accordingly. Okay. I will see the run option now. Something is wrong here, but we'll see. We'll see this information. It will load and it will show you like different screens, right? Like what will be generated by prompt template and then the email asset. So that's what this particular section will show. I'll just wait for a minute. If it doesn't load, then maybe I'll stop here. Yeah. So how the interview started, right? The details of that will be visible for you here. The marketing agent started the flow. API version is 66, and when this got started, and then the email agent prompt, whatever information we provided and what was generated, everything will be visible for you here. And then create a set. Okay, the Apex class, whether that created or not. See the email, the HTML input, whatever was provided, that is taken up, and the HTML is created. You can also see the API code here, which means the target is also success and the status message shows it is success and how it got finished. So all this information is there, and it shows our flow is correct and it is success. Now we can go and activate this. Okay. So make sure your flow is active and your prompt is also active. Otherwise, it will not run properly. So whenever you are making any changes to your prompt builder, make sure to create a new version, save the changes, and then come here and also refresh it and then say save this new version in the flow. Um, because there are chances you might be running a wrong version and it might fail. Similarly, in flow also, if you're making some changes here, make sure you're updating the new version of your flow in the respective next step, like wherever you're using this flow. Next, we'll look into the Agentforce section, how to plug this flow into the agent.
All right. Hope all of you enjoyed this session or video so far. And if you are interested in this topic to be continued, please do subscribe to this channel and turn the bell icon so that you will get notification as soon as I publish my next video. And the next video is related to Agentforce configuration, a very important topic in this series. So don't miss out. Please do check this series without fail. Thank you. Thank you for staying back till now and hope to see you soon in the next video.